It's neat in the sense that it's got some, you know, it looks kind of perfect, but there's a lot of blemishes throughout that we're noticing right here that we'll also, again, detail in the video when we get it inside. But this is our first video of it. It does have a full floater in the back. That's kind of a neat thing that we're seeing right here. And it's in rough shape, but that's what restoration's for. We're going to replace the front grille, which will be fine, but we're going to retain and use most of the other body parts by restoration. The body type itself is pretty good. It's going to need some body work and some fabrication. We have the hood off, obviously, and stripping it of all of its parts. We'll be putting on new rubber gaskets. You can see these gaskets. At some point it was painted, I think. Gaping holes in the body, like this one right here, which require steel fabrication. But the sections that are good are this rear sill, with the exception of a little bit on this side. Another gaping hole over here, which was, I think, either bondoed or just patched up on the verge of gaping. But again, the devil's in the details. As soon as you get into it, you can see some body work was done here in the plastic in the back at one point in time. But we'll have this whole thing sandblasted, media blasted, or we should say aluminum oxide blasted. It'll look sharp. So the process begins, and we're looking forward to it. You can see a little bit of rust here, rust hole there. This windshield frame is not bad, but it's not mint. You can see right there, this is just rust. We're going to have to fabricate, go in here and fabricate. That right there is surface. It'll probably blow through after sandblasting. But the rest of it's okay. Typically on these things you'll find that it's rusted up in here, and that was starting. You can see that. The good news is that we've pulled away the roll cage, and we can see that there is a hole for sure right there. And we also know that it's been in an accident. It's been pushed in over here. There's been body work. And if you look, we can see that the actual place where they join the wheel well and the quarter panel together via spot weld is buckled. But the more business part of it, rust-wise, is right there. It's going to require us to pull apart the quarter panel, and that is obvious on the other side here. I'll continue with this in a moment. Engine obviously exposed, and we have the front nose of it off, front fenders, aprons, grille sitting there, and looking fairly tired, dirty, mainly dirty, but we're not going to reuse these front fenders. They're not well enough for this restoration. We'll be doing brand new steel fenders from the factory. And also this grill here, we'll do an aftermarket grill. The grill's not available, but we do have a nice aftermarket replica that we will be using. And it'll work out well, mainly because that bottom there is just too far gone to repair. It is a little odd, but it does work. It functions. With the strap up here and the forks here, allows us to pull it off without much effort with the forklift, and we'll be able to set it down the ground and kind of move it around a little bit. Our next stop is going to be to strip out a lot of this this plastic, and you can see right here underneath that they primed it. So what they do is they put this plastic, for lack of a better term, it's like a dynamat or some sort of a sound deadening material that we find in a lot of Land Cruisers, and this one has a lot of it. And we've really decided in talk that we got to pull it up, mainly because there's going to be rust behind it. So, like here in the floor, over here in this other section, you can see some rust that's blown through. So in order to stick in the rust that's built up, we also have rust here and here. Obviously a gaping hole here that we've shown before. Surface rust here up on the quarter panel. And then there's a rusted hole here as far as a mount goes. Other things that we're uncovering as we chip away this sound deadening material, we did a better part of the chipping just to make sure that it was in decent shape, and it is. However, we notice a flaring of the metal here, a hole here, and the same thing on the other side there. We've shown that, and as well as the flaring of the metal here and a hole. Another issue is a crack, fatigue crack, not rust, but a fatigue crack here from a rear seat. All those things combined, as well as a possible hole over here, you can see that, make for this tub to be a bit of a project.